Okay, people, I'm back again. I just told you the story of Abraham being visited by Jesus. You understand? You know, I even explained it to you. I broke it down in layman's terms. How many people came with Lot? Came to visit Abraham? 3. 3 came. How many came to Lot? 2. One stayed back to get Abraham. Who was the one that stayed back? The Lord did. Because the Lord was finna rain fire from above. He even did it. He accomplished his word. He was like, I'm finna go see what's going on down there. So he sent his 2 angels down there to see what was going on. You understand? And that was good for Abraham to fight for the people. It's just like we fight for people all the time. We try to step in and intervene for people, but some people are just not going to change. They're just not going to see the truth. And nobody wants to hear this. He vouched for them. Moses vouched for people. But the Lord knows. The Lord knows. Jesus knows. Okay, let's go fast forward to Luke. Let's talk about when he talked about the Pharisees, how they could never understand that Jesus Christ was Lord, and he never understand that he was written about, that Abraham rejoiced to see my day, that I was back there, people. And the Pharisee could not ever listen to him. Why? Because he said, you are not of my father. You are of your father, the devil. And the worst that he do, you're going to do also. He was a liar from the beginning. So are you liars. You understand? I see the Lord for what he is. A just judge. And he don't mind telling people like it is. You understand? He hears you. He hears you when you pray for folks. He hears you when you stand in, intervene and try to intervene for people. But people have to get right for themselves. They have to see. Even Lot came to his 2 sons and tried to tell them, hey man, no, they didn't want to hear. They wanted to stay behind. Did you read what God said about his, what the Lord said about his disciples? He was like, man, just dust your feet off for that city, man. You understand? I know some people ain't gonna hear you. I know some people are gonna hear you. You understand? I know who's gonna hear you. And I know who ain't gonna hear you. I know who's gonna change. I know who ain't gonna change. You understand? You can vouch for people all day. I know this seems like a little harsh right now, but I'm gonna just tell you the truth. No lie is of God. I'm gonna tell you the truth, people. There are Pharisees walking around now and still can't see the truth. Still don't want to acknowledge that Christ is Lord. There's many ways to not acknowledge Christ is Lord. From the Lord comes my help. All these things that he talks about. You understand? How can you say the Lord comes your help when you don't depend on him? When you depend on yourself? When you don't call on him? When you don't not obedient to him? You understand? He said the Lord is angry with the wicked all the time. He was angry enough with the wicked that he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. The Lord, Jesus did. He was so angry with them. They was like, enough is enough. Do you want the Lord to ever get that so angry with you that he just says enough is enough for you? But we all have our time. You understand? We all have our time. It's time to get right now. You know, he said the fear of the Lord is the beginning of understanding. Okay. If the Lord destroying Sodom and Gomorrah because of their wickedness don't put enough fear of Jesus Christ in you, I don't know what will. Yeah, we know the Lord is love. He loves everyone. But everybody don't love him. Do you see the parallels here? Everybody don't love the Lord. Because if 10 people love the Lord in Sodom and Gomorrah, it'll still be here. He said if the righteous scarcely be saved. Man, come on, y'all better read y'all words, people. You know, we live in a world, you know why people don't understand the Bible? Because they're not reading it. I have nothing against church, but I have something against church. Do you understand? I don't have nothing against church, but I have something against church. Church go by a rhetoric. They go by a syllabus every year. They go by certain things. I don't feel it's all the way spirit. Sometimes I feel the spirit is in the churches, but sometimes I don't. You know why? Because they're going by the world's pattern. Okay, let's teach about Christ's birth now. Let's teach about the resurrection and Easter. I don't think none of that's spirit-led. You understand? I'm just being real with you. I've been reading my Bible for a while now. And I don't go in the order that the churches go in. I'm kind of out of whack. I'm kind of so different from what the churches do. It's ridiculous. I'm like, why am I not lining up? Why am I not going by what everybody else going to? Something wrong with me, Lord. Something wrong. Why am I different from the rest? Because I call you out to be different from everyone else. You want to be like everybody else? You might end up like Sodom and Gomorrah, trying to go with the world and what the world tells you to do and how the world operates, and the world does not like God. I ain't gonna say everybody though, because the world is ran by the devil. You understand? That's why he calling his people. He said, my sheep know my voice. My sheep know my voice. Abraham knew the Lord. Lot knew the Lord. He knew him enough that he sent angels to his doorstep to deliver him out of there. You understand? But some people, can I tell you something the Bible said in Luke? And this is a great saying. If you take it, if you have ears to hear, hear it. He said, if you go to a home and my peace is there, enter in, do what you got to do. If you go to a home and my peace ain't there, do the math. So when you go to certain people's houses, sometimes your peace return to you because the Lord is not there. You better take heed, people. You think it's a reason why you go to certain places? You're like, man, I just don't feel right here. As a follower of Christ, that's, woo, something ain't right in here. The Lord telling you that some house you go to, my peace ain't gonna be there. So he's telling you some house you go to, God is already there. Abide with them and teach them some more about me and talk about me and do what they do. You understand? But I'm not telling you to run from them people. Just know, and that goes now for when you're walking on a daily basis. Sometimes your peace is not going to be with some people. Why? Because they don't have God. And some of them are going to be them same church folk that think they know him and don't. I've been walking this life for so long, for 10 years, and been growing and been falling and been rising and falling and rising again and learning and seeing. And things are totally different from what I expected. I see the world from a whole different perspective than how I thought it was supposed to be. I thought for sure everybody that was in the church was Christian or followers of Christ, and I started finding out that's not the case. I started seeing more people that are Pharisees in the church than I've ever seen in my life. I see more Christians bring destruction to people's lives than peace in my life. The world is gonna hate you, but people who love Christ are gonna love you, right? They're gonna help you. They're gonna assist you. You understand? If you love Christ and you got people against you, if they're against you, they're against the Lord. They're being real with you. Accept it. Accept the favor of the Lord. Accept what God is showing you. Everybody's not for you. See it, believe it, accept it. A lot of times you're fighting for the wrong cause. You're fighting for the wrong people. And it's time to dust your feet. You understand? God's going to save who he wants to save. Because he already knows. You understand? Just do your works. You don't have to beat a dead horse all the time. That's what's wrong. That's what's wrong with people. The thing is, God doesn't want you to play him. Do you understand? The spirit that dwells in you, you're going to do what it do to those who want it. And it's not going to do anything for those who don't. Simple solution. That'll keep you from racking your brain in regards to why some people just won't listen to you. Why some people just won't ever hear the truth because they don't have itching ears, never able to come to the truth. Let's go back to the Bible. Let's go back to what I talked about this morning about, let me teach you how to pray. You can buy a whole book on how to pray. All right. What is this book going to tell me that Christ ain't already told me? If you was going by Christ and you're trying to teach people what Christ says, That book will be one page with the Lord's Prayer on it. So what kind of detail is they going to give you? Okay, this is how you break it down. You got to know what you want and whatever. Come on, people. Oh, you think God is a magician? God is a genie. I watched the movie over the weekend, people. I'm gonna tell you how things play out, people. I watched the movie over the weekend. I was like, it wasn't what I expected it to be. Wonder Woman. I watched Wonder Woman. And I'm not gonna tell too much of the details, but let's say there's a wish master there that grants wishes. Give people whatever they ask for, and they set the world in complete destruction and utter destruction. You see, that's what the devil does. He gives gifts that you might not even need in order to destroy the world. You understand? God gives you what you need to fix you, to help you. The devil likes to give you things that's going to destroy you. You understand? That's why God's talking about his will and the Lord's Prayer. His will. And he'll give you exactly what you need when you need it. He's our on-time God. A lot of things we realize we want, we don't even want. I done been in life so many times for the past few years, man. I was like, I want a PlayStation 4 when they first came. I got the PlayStation 4, played it probably. I used it more for Pandora and listening to music and watching DVDs than playing the video game. So I was like, well, I want an Xbox too. Let me get the Xbox. So I got the Xbox. I used it more for watching movies and listening to music than I used it for playing the video game. After a while, I was like, man, what the world I keep getting these video games for? I'm not even playing them. You start realizing a lot of things that we get, we want, it's not even what we wanted. You just saw it. Oh, that's new. I like that. Let me get the iPhone 20 because the 19 just came out last month. Let me get the 20. Maybe they're going to add one more gigabyte of data to the phone. You understand? Covetous children. You understand? Covetousness. When I talk, I'm going to tell you the truth. I ain't got no reason to lie to you, people. It's time for y'all to break free from this world system. That's why they show you so much on TV. They show you so much in material gifts so you can forget about the spiritual gifts, so you can be asking for dumb things that don't matter. He said, you